Chael Sonnen thinks Umar Nurmagomedov beat Merab at UFC 311. Chael thinks Umar won rounds 1, 2, and 3. Chael said, I thought Umar won the fight. When they announced Merab, I thought there was going to be a lot of boos. I was alone. I thought they were going to give Umar rounds 1, 2, and 3. I think anybody would have agreed that it comes down to round 3. Rounds 4 and 5 were very clear. 1 and 2 were very clear. Do you agree with that? I can't come in and tell you that Merab is the better fighter. That's not what I saw, particularly if we're talking about being dynamic, if we're talking about being crisp, and we're talking about clean techniques. And that isn't an insult to Merab. It's just a reminder that in this sport, those matches will get to a point where better athlete, better martial artist doesn't always come in. It is a battle for 25 minutes of duration of your ability to keep up. Robert Whittaker is not happy with Daniel Cormier after UFC 308. Rob faced Khamzat Chimaev and was submitted in the first round via a brutal face crank. Rob mentioned he's always had issues with his bottom teeth, but this was next level. What really set him off, though, was that Daniel Cormier posted a picture of his damaged teeth on social media without asking for his permission. Rob felt it was a scummy move and didn't appreciate it. He shared his thoughts on the situation during an interview on the Ariel Helwani show.
Were you a little bit annoyed with DC for showing the photo of your mouth?
I was super annoyed.
Oh, wow. Why?
Dude, because it's such a scummy thing to do. It's like the doctor took a photo of my mouth, right?
Yeah.
And said, I'm just going to go show Dana so that he knows what's up on the level, Dana and Hunter. I was like, cool, do that. And he went, and then DC took a photo off the other guy's phone to post all over socials. It's like, is that not scummy?
You were pissed. I didn't know how he got it. I thought someone said, I don't know. So knowing the story, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. So you see that in the aftermath and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't want that out there.
It's not that. I don't care that much. Okay. But it's just, it looked, I want to say it looked worse than it did.
Wow.
It was, most people would say it kind of looked really bad, right? The thing is though, because I was posting all over the place, I was getting like condolence messages. Like people thought I was dead, dude. I would have liked to control the reaction a little better, but it is what it is. You know, what do you want to do? You just roll with the punches.
Cory Sandhagen has a unique theory as to why Merab has such good cardio. Cory posted a video to his YouTube channel dropping his take on Merab's incredible cardio. Cory said, obviously, the decider in this fight was Merab's condition. I know the answer to it. I'm almost certain that this is what it is. It's that Merab, just because of the nature of who he is, the yelling that he does throughout the day, I think is what does it for him. Merab is always yelling. He's always yelling at someone. He's always yelling at fans. He's always doing something that's working those lungs of his. So I think that's what it is that gives Merab this amazing conditioning. Cory also posted a video to his Instagram today campaigning for a fight with Sean O'Malley. Cory does not think Sean deserves the rematch with Merab.
Hey, let's be real. O'Malley has no business fighting Merab for an immediate rematch. He got beat up in the first fight. He's going to get beat up in the second fight. No one wants to see that fight. I'm not booked yet. I want to fight. I am so damn bored. I'll even give this fool as much time as he wants, the way that Aljamain gave him as much time as he wants. Just UFC. Make the fight that the fans want to see, which is me and O'Malley. Make it happen soon. I'm so fucking bored.
Dominick Cruz is gearing up for his UFC return after a 2.5-year hiatus. His last fight was a 4th-round TKO loss to Marlon Chito Vera in August 2022. Cruz is scheduled to face Rob Font on February 22nd. Font recently spoke with MMA Junkie and shared his thoughts on the matchup. Despite Cruz being 39 years old, Font is expecting nothing less than the best version of the former bantamweight champion. He went on to say, I'm not banking on his age to get me through this fight. I'm expecting the WEC Cruz to come out there trying to take my head off. I do believe this is going to be one of the toughest fights I've been in for a while. He's a smart dude, I've trained with him before, and I can tell you he's smart. He was ahead of the game most of the time with his style. He's always studying the game. He's watching fights every weekend. He's studying for his job and all that. So it's not like I'm fighting some dude that's stuck in 2009. He's up to date with everything. This is going to be one of those types of fights that I've got to mature up and level up everywhere just to make sure I get this W. I would love to get in there, get my hand raised, have a beer with him, wait a couple of weeks, and then go back to training with him. I have nothing but respect for him. Aljamain Sterling weighed in on what Jamahal Hill should do next in his MMA career after Hill was TKO'd in the third round by Yuri Prohaska at UFC 311 this past weekend. Aljo believes Hill needs to stay active and maintain his fitness moving forward. He also shared that he recently spoke with Jamahal and gave him some advice, telling him not to let the haters get to him, but instead to use that negativity as motivation to come back stronger.
I was going to say, maybe Khalil Roundtree should be fighting Jamahal Hill and they go from there. But I do think, I don't know what matchups are the most favorable matchups to give him his confidence back, where he can kind of get his feet back underneath him. But I think he needs to stay active, definitely take some time off. But I think he needs to make sure he's staying in shape. And I've expressed this to him too. Like, I think you can't let yourself get that big again, man, because it takes a toll, especially after an injury like that. It makes it harder for the weight to come back off. And, of course, you're not able to train probably the same way. So hopefully he's doing the right thing, taking care of his body. He said he will be, and I truly do believe him. He wants to be where he believes he should be, and that's a man motivated. And I think a lot of people are going to be counting him out. And I told him, like, people are going to be chirping you. Bro, you got to be able to tune that out. I know you're fully capable of doing it. And just use it as fuel. Use it as motivation. But don't let it get you angry. Just use it as motivation. But that's my talk. My thoughts on Jamal. But congrats to Yuri, because that was crazy.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was crazy. He's a super nice dude too, bro. What he did for that lady who had cancer, flying her out, like, that's cool as shit. And the donation, Dana matched the donation. They don't always match a donation. I'm just like, yo, can you match my donation though? Like, like after I fight, that's my donation. Can you match that? Because I need that double check, you know?
Renato Moicano expressed his frustration with himself for making what he called an amateur mistake against Islam Makhachev. He explained that when he heard the crowd start booing after Islam took him down, he felt pressured to rush back to his feet. This allowed Makhachev to put him in a Darcy choke and end the fight. Moicano admitted he wished he'd had more time to prepare and process the situation.
Everybody talks about how heavy he is, but in reality, I was heavier than him. If you look the numbers,
181.
I was 181, and he was 178. 78. So I didn't feel he that strong at all. At least on the pressure, you know. Even on training, there is people with more pressure than Islam. But like you say, I cannot say that because at the same time, I feel like he let me get up, you know. He let me get up. So, but looking now, that was crazy for me. I should have wait, you know, because. But like you say. I think I got emotional because of the crowd, and I want to get back on the feet, and I want to put pressure on him, you know. Because if I had stand up on the first round, that would be very good. Imagining being taken down, stand up, putting some pressure, that would mess with him, you know. And I was, man, that's what's fucked up. Sometimes emotions, they change the way, because I really thought that God gave me the opportunity, you know. When I was sleeping, it was like God talked to me and said, tomorrow you're going to be champion. I was so, in my mind, that was like the perfect setup, you know. I thought, man, God prepared me for this moment for my whole life, so I let emotions go through. Next time, I will keep my head on my neck, you know. I'm not gonna, because I don't know, everything was just too perfect, if you know what I mean. I was thinking, man, God gave me this.
Alex Pereira went off on an MMA journalist today after an interview with his sister Aline. For those who don't know, Aline is also a fighter. She made waves in October at Karate Combat, scoring a TKO victory with the signature Pereira left hook. In a recent interview with Guilherme Cruz, a writer for MMAfighting.com, Aline revealed that she's currently working at Amazon while hoping to transition into full-time fighting. She said, "I do deliveries for Amazon and we do what we have to do. This routine is very tiresome because we still have to accommodate the training hours and the job, but it all works out in the end. It's not easy. We do deliveries for 4.5 hours, but it's great to be here. The United States is very good for me and my son too." MMAfighting.com reposted this interview to their Instagram, and Alex Pereira got some heat in the comment section. People were questioning why Alex wouldn't help his sister, judging by how well he's doing financially as a UFC champion. This struck a nerve with Alex, who left a lengthy comment on the post. He said, "Brother, you almost turned off the recording after my sister said she was working. If you didn't have any malice, you would have asked if I could help in any way. But you knew if you prolonged the conversation, you know there wouldn't be a good article for you. But for people who were looking to win in life, it would be very important. I'm going to do an interview talking about this at the best time, and I'm going to talk about your attitude with the interviewees, and especially with my sister. You don't deserve to have this kind of work with this evil in creating discord and transmitting it to good people. I will reinforce in the video Dana White, and I'm going to get more behind the scenes insights with coworkers. If you like the media, then you'll have media, Shama." Alex then reposted his own comment on his Instagram story. Translation reads, "Bad character, piece of shit." Then he posted this photo of him and Aline. It says, "Question from any other reporter." He ended it off with this photo. Translation reads, "Question from reporter G. Cruz." Do you think Alex Pereira overreacted, or was this journalist trying to throw shade? Let me know in the comments, because it's odd for Pereira to get triggered like this. And that's gonna wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.